over there with a lighter. And if you guys are out there, you can hear me, you can see me very well. Give me a thumbs up in the comments to let me know that we're having no technical difficulties. What's up, Black Ice 2001? Black Ice, yes. If I'm missing you, it's because I haven't seen it. It hasn't popped up on my screen yet. But thank you so much for joining us this happy Sunday, right after whatever it is you're celebrating. Yesterday was Boxing Day. Today is Kuchigalia, which is celebrated one of the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. So if you're celebrating that, Hanukkah, whatever it is that you're celebrating. But do me a favor. Stop telling people how to celebrate, when to celebrate it, what to call it. Call it whatever you like. Just do you. You know what? Hey, Danny, hi. TTG MJ, thank you for those thumbs up. Beresford Hidu, the best bartender in the land. Clive Betterments, thank you for joining us today. I'm so excited, guys, because it is my year. 2021 is my year, and I'm an Aquarius. I'm tired of telling you guys that. I know you're tired of hearing it too. I'm an Aquarian. So, of course, you guys know that after 800 years, the planets are going to align Jupiter and Saturn right along the lines of Aquarius. So I'm pretty excited about that, which means like we're having a lot of sleepless nights. Maybe some of you are Pisces, Gemini people too, waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, they say that that's the creative hour. So if you're feeling that type of way, you're tired, lethargic, don't worry, this too will pass. It's the universe doing its thing, but take the time, though, to assess what it is you need to assess, whether you journal it, whether you write it down, whether you affirm it, whatever it is that you need, get it done and try doing it. And you're doing your best. You're perfect just the way you are, right? I love it. I love it. JMX here, Lock here, Black-owned businesses. I can't tell you guys how excited that I am to always say that I support Black-owned businesses, and most of my friends and my family, some of you on here, Sweet Candy Life, JMX Hair Care, Lock Hair, all of those people that are on here either own a business or are in business or doing something to get themselves into business. So that's pretty exciting for me. We're going into a new year, a new phase, new things are happening. And everybody always says all the things that they're going to do. When the new year comes, my New Year's resolution is this. And I've realized that, to me, that's a setup for whatever it is that you want to do or however it is you want to achieve that. So good luck on whatever that is. But also include in that resolution the things that we need to heal from as people. Not just Black people, but in your family line. Because whatever you heal in you, you're healing along your family lines and along your family spirits and DNAs and ancestors like that. And that's really important. Also, plan on discussing culture, tradition, and spirituality with your seeds, whether that be your children, your aunt, nieces, cousins, whoever. Plan on sharing that. Beyond Blessed 1028. That's my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sister, Lucinda. I love you so much. Thank you for always supporting me wholeheartedly, even checking on the outfit and making sure I'm all together. I was on there with my girl, Pearl Francis, as well, who is the owner of Rollout Mobile Haircuts in Connecticut. One of the first women to have an actual mobile barber unit, but she does all kinds of things. So make sure to check her out. And of course, I want to remind you guys that today's show is being brought to you by the Queen Apothecary, where you can follow all your health needs. You can find the Queen Apothecary on Instagram and on Facebook. There are all sorts of things. We have sea moss, there's moringa seeds, bush tea. Bush tea, we're not calling it loose tea because what it really is bush tea. We're dealing things like soursop leaves, moringa leaves, lemongrass, basil, any kind of like homely type of stuff that you can find at the Queen Apothecary. So that the show is being IslandRiddimsTV. Instagram's live is being sponsored today by that. Jen the Cutie. That's my niece. Thank you so much. Yes, and I missed somebody said self-determination. Yes, that's what Kuchi got. Kuchi, I always have a hard time with this word. Kuchi Chaglia, which is the one of the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. And yes, today is self-determination. And it's important that we remind ourselves what self-determination is about and how important it is to breed that into our fruit, our children, and things of those likes. Okay? All right, so I know everybody tired of major hype and everybody tired of Spice, Obia, man, and them something. So I don't even know. I don't even know how to. It's not my thing, you know. But I have people that come on here and they want to hear that type of stuff. So, in my opinion, and I like to tell you guys, everybody has an opinion. Everybody has an opinion, just like they have body hole. I do what you want with your opinion. That's how I feel about opinions. So here's mine. I don't care. I'm so serious. Like I don't care. I don't care. I just feel what's important for us to know is that spirituality is a real thing. Find out where your practices are coming from, what you're practicing. Like, let me give you an example. I'm tired of talking about sage, but I'm going to talk about sage again because it's my favorite thing. I like sage, I like bay leaves, palo alto, citrus, that type of stuff. You don't just burn sage. And yesterday I had a conversation with somebody I love, and I was like, sage don't run duppy. Sage is not for duppy. Sage is not for obia, okay? Sage is to change the energy. What sage is, and we get source hours from indigenous people through Melanin Number 5, which is owned by another black-owned business, Ane Coleman. Also can be found on Queen Apothecary. Sage is indigenous to Indians, Native Indians, and also Africans. And sage was used to lift and change the energy in the room, used for births of babies. Sage is also instead of spraying Lysol, sage is also a natural antibacterial. It kills whatever is in the air. So you can use sage for much more than changing the energy. Sage is really a vessel to help you to shift the way that you're feeling mentally, shift the way that you're feeling in the energy, help you to move things right along. So sage not have nothing to do with obia. However, there are people who practice Wicca, and I'm not gonna go into Wicca. So if you are buying sage, be careful where you're getting your sage from. You don't know who's praying on it. You don't know how they're cleaning it or how they're sourcing it. We like to use sage from where it came from in the right way that it came from, and use it however you like, but it don't frighten duppy. Find something else. Get holy water. I don't know. Find something. I don't know. Pray to baby blue eye baby Jesus. Whoever you need for pray to. I don't know. Anywho, are you ready? I am so excited. I am so excited. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is the strong one. The most beautiful ETANA. Let me tell you something. I'm so excited. Karen is joining us. I am so excited to bring her on. We're bringing on ETANA. We're going to be talking to her today. So we're checking the microphone. Check it out. I ain't taking no calls on my struggles in the rearview mirror. If you ain't going my way, then you can get off. Let me turn up and let the music play. I'm good on the highway. I ain't taking no calls on my struggles in the rearview mirror. If you ain't going my way, then you can get off. Let me turn up and let the music play. How come you didn't realize that it's out of perfection? You dream of a many things, but I'm chasing for the standard just to make it like hard. You gather more things for your comfort, just to watch them all fall. I ain't taking no calls on my struggles in the rearview mirror. If you ain't going my way, then you can get out. Let me turn up and let the music play. I'm good on the highway. I ain't taking no calls on my struggles in the rearview mirror. If you ain't going my way, then you can get out. Let me turn up and let the music play. Way ahead of the haters, negative terms and bypass that trolling. They come by provoking, waiting and hoping to slow me down, but can't hold me. And no matter what they say, no matter what they do, just don't bother me. No matter what they say, Never. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, it just don't bother me. 100 on the Highway by my girl, Queen ETANA. That's not beautiful.
How are you doing, beautiful?
Oh, better now that you're here.
All right. I love your hair. I
Thank you
love.
very much. Listen, this I quick, you push up. I was looking at this and saying, my parents, my mom probably did this, my auntie them probably do this.
Mohawk.
I know
Yeah,
me think
girl.
it no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We know.
Listen, so many things going on, so many things happening. I'm happy to have you here with us. Thanks for joining us today. Let's just get right into it. I love this song, 100 on a Highway. I
Yeah.
love the words, the inspiration. And I was just telling Tanya this last week. It seems like all the songs that I'm listening to are playing the soundtrack to my life, like where I'm at. And I love this song. Tell me what you were thinking, where you were at. Did you come up with this 100 on a Highway? How did this happen?
I mean, when people start talking a bunch of negative things, even when negative things pop up in my mind, um, I just wanted them thinking to just like think, 100 on the highway, we staying on the positive. Now look back, now look sideways, got my blinkers on, can't see you, can't hear you, going my way, doing my thing. And then, if those who are not on the positive and not on the same path that I'm on, then, they could get off because I'm just gonna stay on the highway 100 now look.
And you know what? I was just talking to someone yesterday, Tana. We were having a conversation, and I had to remind her that when you are traveling on the highway at a different consciousness, you lose people.
True.
People
They can't keep
like people
up.
drop off.
They can't keep
Like you
up.
realize that the people that you thought was the people for you is really not the people for you. They're just not there no more because you're not in that place anymore. You know what I mean? So it's
True.
amazing. Have you felt like your circle has become much, much smaller, or have you always just had a really, really small circle?
Always. I always had a small circle. Like always. Like even since high school. Like I had like 5 friends. And I talk to people. I talk to a lot of people. But when I say 5 friends, five people who basically come to my house. We eat out of the same plate, hang out together. Maybe four. But yeah, my circle was always small, and I prefer to keep it that way too.
It's important that I like to say vibe with your tribe. It's important to know who's in your tribe and who's around you, what you got going on. You understand what I'm saying? Because not
True.
everybody is at the same place. The video. Tell me about filming the video. How much fun that was for you. I love all the outfits. You guys know what we do. When I mention the video, you gotta run over to YouTube, wherever, pull it up on your window, go look and see what me I talk about. Make sure you go ahead and like it, give it a thumbs up, and then leave hearts in the comments. Remember, we want to keep the algorithm and we want to keep it up there. So make sure that you go ahead and do that, okay? So tell me about the outfits and the different things and the vibe. What was going on that day for you?
Well, I did the video in Miami, and of course they had like, the stylist and the hairstylist, and um, left up to me. I guess the conversation was before the video. Every time we do a video, you get to pick what you want to look like, right? So in this video, we're gonna drop a new style on you. And I was like so nervous about it for like, 2 weeks. And I'm saying, oh boy, like, and you know what? I didn't want to say no, and I didn't want to say yes. So I was a little bit nervous for a little while. And then after a while, I was like, yo, I'm an artist. I express myself how I feel, and I'm going to feel this, and I'm going to rock this, and I'm going to do this. And yeah, it was fun. It was really, really fun.
Well, I know the tiger dress though. That print dress, like the printed dress, that was badass. And I loved the
It
fact
was,
that they gave you that headscarf in the car, and it's just like blowing in the wind in the car. It's everything about the
yeah.
video is hype, including the young man in the front, including the man in the video. Wanna see the man in the video?
Girl.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. That's all about. If you guys haven't seen the video, it's a treat. Go check it out. You're gonna love it. It's one of my favorite songs. On this whole, well, I can't say it's a favorite because then I would be lying because I like all of them. All of them are my favorite. I would be lying if I said just this one. But I love
They
the
all
feel
have a
of it.
different kind of vibe. Yeah, yeah. All of them have a different vibe.
What? How do you find yourself now that you're home more? You're not doing as much touring. What has you found that COVID? How has COVID changed anything in your life? How has things
Oh,
changed for you?
I went through phases. I went through phases. At first I was like confused, like, okay, so what do I do now? What is this? I think that was probably everybody. Everybody was
Yes.
wondering like what's going on and what are they gonna do now, what thing kind of thing. And then I'm thinking, okay, what do I do with the kids? Then I started to plan, you know, and say, okay, this is what it is. This is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna handle it. And my kids stayed in karate. They did dance, they did karate, they did everything that you could think of, gymnastics. We we did everything, and then after a while, it's like, okay, so now that I have the kids situated and they have a schedule and a routine, where's my routine? And then I said, you know what? I'm just gonna record a whole album and just be done with it. And so we did. We recorded a whole new album, and what? No, because Andre's looking at me like, oh, what else are you gonna say? So we
And then
recorded a whole
sometimes
new
you're like,
album.
what? Huh?
No, we recorded a new album, and then I guess now I'm thinking, I'm in the moment now. I'm thinking, okay, so what's next, kind of thing. you know, what am I going to do come 2021? Even though they're planning and they're putting, everything together, I'm talking about me, the person. How am I going to handle this new everything along with everything that they're planning? My whole team is planning. How do I handle it all? And that's where I'm at now. I'm just still trying to find that spiritual balance, you know, between
I
work,
think,
home.
yeah, I think you're doing an awesome job on it. I think as half of the times, most of the times when you post, it's a very uplifting thing, or you're sharing uplifting things, or things that make you say,
Yeah,
I wonder,
I love that.
things that will make you think or
Yes.
ask yourself a question.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's important. But a lot of the times it also suppresses, I find for me as somebody that's a talk show person, I find sometimes I have to, how they say bridle, what they say, bridle your mouth.
Bridle your mouth.
Yes, yes. Sometimes I want to say some things and
Me
I
too.
really can't
Me
because
too.
of the position that I'm in and the influence that it might cause. Do you ever feel that way?
All the time. Every day, all day. Like, there are times when I start writing something and I'm like, yo, all of my people need to know this, whether they like it or not. And then I had to say to myself, okay, but wait, you may feel this way and you may be right. But there may be some people who may be 100% against your thoughts at the moment. So are you going to post it or are you going to post a song or something? That's the kind of questions I ask myself. Okay, my people really need to know this. Like, this is what's happening right now. And they need to know this. Like, why are they not paying attention to this? And then one mind say, yo, just leave it alone. Like, just lock him out. I think my last post the other day was sometime it better you not say nothing. Yeah.
And you know what? And sometimes I feel exactly that way. And then other times I'm like, fuck it,
Me too. Me too.
because if I don't say it, then am I really doing my people a justice or an injustice? You understand?
That's a good way to look at it. But all right, for example, like the other day, right? I posted, what my post? My camera is a little weird at the moment. So I posted something about, the vaccination and, and nanotechnology and stuff like that. And even like some arguments about Bill Gates and things that I'm upset about him saying with that smirk on his face. And somebody will respond and say, "Oh, but he's a good guy."
My people,
Right? Like,
I can't. I just have. I had two questions about the vaccine that I had to bridle my mouth about. The first one was, wait, why am I going to try and a female black woman first?
yeah, because they
Like
know the
that was
black
the
woman
first.
lead the way.
Right. So that was the first question that popped into my head. Like, why are they trying this? And she's so willing. And what's happening in the background? Is she willing? Is she not willing? But I didn't say anything. And then the second question was, I mean, AIDS is a virus,
Right.
right? Why is there no vaccine for AIDS? Like,
But
how come they
funny
came up
enough,
with this one so quick?
did you think about the fact that they said somehow it has something in one of the vaccines that lead to HIV, or that may be that may make you more susceptible to HIV virus? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, did anybody question that part of it? Like, someone say, you know what? Better me not say nothing, because I remember in the beginning when I was talking about the test from the very beginning, and yo, my page lit up, and some people went in on me, and I said, you know what? Let me leave that something alone, because I questioned. I said, if it's in your saliva, and listen, this was from like day one when I saw the test. I was like, not me, because if it's in your saliva and I have to wear a mask, that was my first question to everybody. Why is it that they need to push this thing all the way to the back of your brain, almost like way in the back of your head? What are you pushing it for? What you look for? So kind of thing, when I saw that and I posted it and I heard people questioning, like, or cussing, I was like, you know what? Yeah, then people I don't want to think, so I'm gonna leave it alone. But then again,
Exactly.
you asked the question. You said, "Am I doing my people an injustice by not speaking?"
It's oh, oh, we lost audio a little bit. I think I lost you a little bit, Itana.
Are you? No,
Is
I
it?
said you asked the question. Am I doing my people an injustice by
Yes.
not speaking?
And then
Juliet says, "Hey, the haters gonna hate."
I agree with Juliet. But at the same time, the thing is that my people, my black people, Caribbean people, whatever, and I may even have some people that's white and whatever, don't they're so quick to run after something that, I mean, have you forgotten that they injected people with syphilis to figure out how it works? Like, why are you so apt, and why are they coming after these communities? Why haven't they tried it in these certain places and they want to try it in other Caribbean countries? Like, it's really weird to me. And I hope people wake up, and I hope people, understand that it's time to wake up, you know? Have
Well,
you sourced anything? Have you planted a garden? Because I planted a garden. Have you done any of that kind of work outside?
so I had to move my lemongrass because we did some work on the driveway, and I had like a lemongrass bush right at the corner. And when they came, they didn't even ask no question. They kind of like just ripped it out the ground, and I was like, oh my God, my lemongrass is gonna die. So I moved it, and oh yeah, and I also planted peppermint and sage and lavender and all those things. All the things I
Yes.
really love.
Yes. So for me too, that's what COVID did for me. It opened up this thing where there was a necessity to go back to what I saw my grandparents and parents do, and how important it was for me to teach that to my son, or to my children,
Yeah.
you know. Tell me, Itana, about Bubble.
Bubble me, yeah, bubble fun time, cause I'm money like you deserve to see dance like that. Woo! Bubble, you
There
know
are
what? I
so
was
many.
driving. I was driving up to the stylist because she lives like somewhere up north Florida, and I was driving up to her, and the track was just playing over and over and over again. And then I looked over at Andre. I was like, bubble me, yeah, bubble fun time. Cause I'm, it was like, write it, right. And I was like, so you don't think like my people are gonna be like, yo, what it's on I say? But no, to me, it's just fun. And I figure that it's something that we need to do since a lot of us is home anyway with family and with each other. Why not just bubble? You notice it's enough when you go like the nail salon and place, it's enough belly. So a lot of people was bubbling anyway. So why not do a song about
Listen.
it?
We want to, before I say anything, St. Lucia, I want to big up St. Lucia. We are live in St. Lucia now. D Brown, thanks for that. We appreciate you. So big up yourself. St. Lucia, joyeux Noël. C'est mon là, moi, mes autres, en chai, en pile. Moi, qu'à voyer en pile, embrassé par les autres. Et, en chai, j'attends. So yeah, we have people like that's so pretty cool that he did that for us. That's live. So I want y'all to take a look at listen to this song, Bubble.
Bubble me, a bubble sunshine, 'cause a man like you deserve the sweetest wine. No, God, in a real life. Me love it when you kiss me. Oh, you lock me tight, and when we lock the rhythm, you let me soul beside in a real anytime you're lonely, feel what you call. Yeah, I know. And what's just a know that you decide. Anytime you're lonely, let me feel what you call. You don't come everything in a cruise control. Sometimes I love it, it's my no. In a real life. And then trying to love in your in a real life.
I am so sorry about that. You're saying the reception is bad. You guys know that, you know, it's internet is all these things. So bear with us. We apologize for that. But the name of the song is called Bubble. All the songs that you're listening to can be downloaded on all downloadable platforms. And you can also go to YouTube and subscribe, or her Vivo channel, and subscribe to see all of those and listen to them. And you can find that music anywhere. Again, that song was called Bubble. And yes, I wish I could pass you the pass the Dutchie, but virtually. All right. Bubble, and then of course, speaking of the Dutchie, Long Draw. And I know we talked about this song a lot of times, but no, these days sometimes I feel like I need a long draw, you know. Real talk.
COVID time for have long draw. Well, you a long draw. But
yeah, man.
Long Draw was one of them songs. Like I think I landed in Jamaica from somewhere, but it was rough. It was a rough travel, and by the time I landed, I said, "Yo, I need a long draw, something to ease my mind off of this pressure." And I wrote the song on the way to the studio, and just went in and recorded the song. And I think the most fun part of that song to me is like the end part. Not deliver by the port, not deliver by the port. Me and my friend want that. Don't be steam till it done. And nobody make me wait too long.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I want to pick up the widow family in Westmoreland, Jamaica, Kenya. Thank you for locking in. We love you guys.
Of course, much love to the widow family and all of Kenya and St. Lucia, Jamaica. Everybody we're lucky. You know, it's nothing but love for you.
Yeah, man. So we're still partying and smoking.
Eh? Wait a second.
Listen, we are partying and smoke.
Andre, when you're back there, supervise me supervise me for. Me say I want to turn on the camera upon him. Me say.
Listen. Me know I can relate to what you are relating to. If you understand what me I say.
Yes.
Me completely understand what you are chatting about, and you have to know You understand what I mean? Can me feel the same way sometimes. Like I know so.
Yeah, you know. I mean,
Hope Garden Kitchen. Big up yourself. Listen,
what did that say to me? If I still take a long draw, what did you say?
I said we are party and smoke.
Oh, no for them wanna party and smoke, yeah, laugh and joke. A jacket and tie, see them as clown as the cuts go up, them a tear them down. You know, that Sunday, after the lockdown started is when I really thought about that song. I mean, I said, yo, that song they serious, The song say, a serious time is sour like lime. It's sour than lime. Poverty rate a climb. Gold teeth still shine in a free food line. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yo,
So it just means that somehow, even though times is getting dread, it just most of our priorities still wrong in the dread time,
yes.
them kind of conversation that we need to have, like real talk. And purposely I don't put a lot of those songs on one album because some people don't want to deal with the straight on serious talk, you know? And some people can't relate. So I try to mix it up a little bit so a little bit is there for
Something
everybody.
something for everybody. But
Yeah.
I love when I can find in your music there's truth, Etana. We all
All
know
the
that.
time. All the
There's a
time.
lot of truth in your my theme song is like in the morning, I am not afraid. I am not. That's like for years. It's been for years. And I love all your songs, but that's been a part of my life because I feel like it starts my day with what I need, that I'm going to take charge of this day. I'm going to
True.
make, you know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of the songs that you put out have a lot of truth in them. And yes, we still have to be mindful of the other because you have a vast audience. I mean, your
Oh, it's
audience
so
is
wide.
huge.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
wide.
you got people in Sweden all the way down to Asia. You know what I mean? So
True.
it's a big audience, so you have to be mindful of that. But at the same time, still being able to put out music that is so filled with information and truth. Do you find that hard to do? Like to put a little bit of yourself publicly out?
Sometimes, sometimes if I have to let it the song that made me a little bit uncomfortable in this album is Love. Um that love song called Love. The next song that made me think a little bit more, like should I not, was Party and Smoke. Because I was thinking to myself, I wonder if people would get it and not be offended by it if they don't understand it, you know. But so far, everybody gets it, and I'm grateful for that because a lot of times you may say something and you mean 100% good, but it could be distorted, right? And people cannot understand what you mean, and then they could attack you too because you're confusing their reality. I've mixed them up. So
Well, I think that's the world we live in now. That we live in a very hypersensitive society, and everybody is so touchy feely about everything everybody's saying, how it's supposed to be said, and when it's supposed
yeah,
to be said. Like it's weird to me. It's like you almost have it, like almost like I tell people all the time. There's a fake book life and a real life. Like
true,
it's not everything that you see on Facebook is exactly what's going on in a person's life.
right,
It might just be a thought, such as music. You know what I mean? It might be a thought or somebody else going through something. But they make it so easy to pinpoint things and judge people all the time, which is a reflection of where we are in society today. You know?
true. But I mean, in especially when it comes to creativity now, I don't think about that anymore as much as I used to before. I used to make sure that every single word is what I want to say, but also I was very mindful of what people may think about what is being said. And with that, I can you basically put myself in a little box somehow, and I wanted to come out of the box, you know what I mean? And talk something that really truthful and really matter. Because in other words, what I would like to see with Party and Smoke It's for people who, nothing wrong with partying and smoking. Yo, smoke till you hear them bleed. But at the end of the day, you have to you have to have a balance. There has to be a balance. Like, yeah, you smoke till you hear them bleed, but how do you make money? Do you find a way to generate money every day? You know, what's in the red? How do you take it out of the red? Like, them kind of thoughts that we need to have a balance, especially our people, because we've come so far, but we've got a long way to go and we need to catch up, you know. So I would like for my people to not only have fun, but also find a balance to, you know, get up on it, like raise up the stocks.
I think that's an important point because our people love dressing up and nice things, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, they want to drive Rolls Royce and Bentley and pull up in a Benz. There's nothing wrong with that. But in order to do that, there needs to be things that's put in place
How
so
do you
that we
maintain
can
it? Yeah.
generational wealth in our communities,
Thank
because
you.
I think people focus on the now, like right now we're here. And but like I just pulled up, sometimes I don't even go on social media. I just saw a young lady washing her hands with champagne, and I'm thinking to myself, although I don't drink that type of champagne, I like an occasional drink. Why would I pour champagne to wash my hand? It made no sense to me.
Exactly.
Like somebody had to explain to me that the reason that they do that, pour it on their shoes and wash their hands, is to show how much they have that they can do that with it. And to me, that's the dumbest, most silly thing I've ever heard. Because if me pay $80 for a bottle of champagne, you think me I go wash my hand in night?
But it's also how feds catch on for enough of these people who are doing illegal things, don't it? Nothing wrong with hustling. I always say that. Ain't nothing wrong with hustling, and I don't like not nobody. Me not care where you do. Like, as long as you finding a way for yourself and making your life, me not care. Me not have no judgment for you. Do your thing. But at the end of the day, though, if you know, so you're doing something illegal, being flashy on top of it does not help. It don't help. It don't make sense. Like,
It's like saying, Alexa, call it, call this person, or call, you know what I mean? It's like putting a target on your back.
Oh, no, wait. It's like having the conversation about something illegal while you have Alexa in your house.
Listen,
and not listening.
Listen, Big Brother is always listening. I mean, all these devices.
I heard her talking.
Yeah. Listen, and the other night, me and my son were in here, and we were watching something, and we heard her go off. So we're like, who is she talking to? Because then I was like, nobody asked you nothing. Shut the hell up. So my son was like, we need to unplug that.
My daughter, so the other day, right, I was in the living room and I said, Alexa, what's the weather outside? I noticed Alexa not answer, right? So I said to the little one, I was like, where is Alexa? I don't see her. So I hear the big one come around, the 8-year-old. I said, Nala, where's Alexa? She said, oh, I unplugged her and I put her in the drawer.
Nala, smart.
Yeah. She was like, oh, I unplugged her and put her in the drawer because she overheard me playing something saying that it's going to be used for surveillance by the government. So she heard that and she went and unplugged her and put her in the drawer.
These kids are too smart. They're so smart, so smart. I want you guys to hear a little bit of Party and Smoke. I know we spoke about it, but I want you guys just to hear a little snippet of it. Check. Microphone check. It's a ton of Party and Show. Ayo. Some of them wanna party and smoke, yellow and jump. I jacket on me tight, see them as clowns. As a cup store, them a tear them down. Some of them wanna party and smoke, yellow and jump. I jacket on me tight, see them as clowns. As a cup store, them a tear them down. Check. Microphone check.
Hey yo,
Look what I oh,
some of them wanna party and smoke, yeah, and jump. I just get them tight, see them as clown. At the top store, them a tear them down. Some of them wanna party and smoke, yeah, and jump. I just get them tight, see them as clown. At the top store, them a tear them down. A serious time is so alive that I'm that crime and the number so high, so high. Why they keep saying it's from slavery time? And if you know the reason, then tell me why. Is it too late to undo the divide? And some of them feel everything's alright when a serious time is so alive. But the rate of land goat still shine in a free food line. In a free food line, enough of them just wanna party and smoke, yeah,
yeah. That's how they want to know. Party and smoke. Yes. The range, you know, your range is crazy, right? I'm not just saying that because I love you, but sick, real talk. Your range is sick, like
Man,
from
thank
here to here. And in this song, you can hear the poetic part of you. You can hear the different ranges. You can hear I love the feel of the song. The song make me want like go on vacation, like pack a bag and go on vacation. That's what it wants me to do. Just chill.
Be where the coconut trees are at.
Yes, just chilling,
Yes.
just chilling. What has it been like for you as far as record sales and trying and doing things electronically now? Because things are all different. No concerts or virtual concerts, but now you're home and you still have to market your things. And we're gonna talk about other things too, because there's a lot of other things that's going on, like the store, the brand, ETANA. I'm gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
What has it been like being able to like push music out, get things out? I know your team works on that, but do you find it a bit easier or much harder?
Okay, so it was rough for me releasing an album without having physicals. And you know, my regular vinyl buying fans were like, "Where are the vinyls? Where are the CDs? We need autographs. We need the physical. Where is it?" And people still asking for it. Like I got emails before Christmas asking for a vinyl, please, for the last album. And I'm gonna do it still for next year, even though the album was already released, because I have a set of fans who just believe in physicals only. That's it. And they will listen to, you know, the album on Spotify or Pandora or iTunes or wherever, but they prefer to have the physical. So I'm gonna have that
There's
for
a
them.
reason we prefer, because I'm a fan, there's a reason we prefer those things. Because things are going to change eventually electronically. But
Right.
like if you make a time capsule for my great grandchildren, I want them to know who Bob Marley was. I want them to know who Etana was. I want them to know who
True.
Peter Tosh was. Burning Spear. These things are important to have vinyl and CD, because then they'll be able to have something tangible, look at it, and be able to understand from whence I came, what we listened to, that type of stuff. So I get
True.
please for the vinyl.
And I think the reason why I'm gonna do it too is because it's my second album that I produced on my own without having a label. I'm still an independent artist. Um, and I've been an independent artist since Reggae Forever album. And yeah, and so I think it's important for people to be able to see, especially like some of the musicians on the album, how the album was created during, um, you know, was it like during the end of a lockdown? Like even for the next album, I want people to see how we did that album. I want people to see,
The journey.
yeah, you know, so I am gonna make sure that I have the physicals for those albums. That every album that I produce on my own, if the labels have albums that we created together and they have physicals, I need to have physicals for the albums that I created on my own.
And that's important. I want you guys to listen to some of the songs like from Reggae for Forever. These are songs that are classic, and Reggae Forever is timeless. The music that you put out is absolutely timeless. Like my children's children will be listening to that type
Thank
of
you.
music. It's a fact because there's so much that's in encompassed in just you as an artist and becoming an independent female recording black West Indian Jamaican artist is not an easy feat.
I meant to tell you.
I know people. No, I know people that I love that have struggled um to when they went out. Jill Scott being one of them. When she decided she, you know what, oh no, can't take on a contract because y'all want me to do too much of this or too much of that, and it's just not me, and I need to be independent. When she did that, it wasn't an easy thing for her to do. But those things break down barriers for people in our communities. They
Right.
open the doors. Like other young women, other young men look at you and say, yo, if she can do this, that means there's got to be a way
But not
for
only
me and
that,
someone else.
there is much value in music, right? Like a lot of people, like when I was starting out doing music, like you know my first song them, I started to produce my first album by myself for Free Mind Music, which was my company, right? Um, and had had Fifth Element like followed through on what we had planned to do, because my plan was never to have a label, but to always release my music by myself. That was my thought. And then, of course, Fifth Element, all the management got broken up because they got incarcerated. Fifth Element broke down, and I was left on my own, right? And I think, while I'm grateful for my experience and my journey and stuff, I think one of the things that I should not have done is probably to sign a contract with VP the way that I signed it. Like, if I could take it back, I would take that back. But then again, would I undo it? Because it has made me who I am today. It has caused me to write some of the biggest songs that people know across the world because of what I was going through. So you know I gotta give and take. Like, there's a little bit of everything, but I started to produce my own music, and there's much value in music. And had I known the full value in the songs when I started creating them on my own, I would not have gone to a label at all, period. Like, I would not have. So I say that to say, moving forward, even if I do go to a label or work with a label in any way, I'm working with the label to the benefit, to my own benefit. You understand? On my terms,
Yes.
not on their terms.
I think a lot of, a lot of the things that happened in our past help to catapult us into our future while teaching us lessons. And I hear people all the time say, "Oh, it's the past. Forget the past." But if
Oh
we forgot
no.
our past, if we forgot our past, or if we don't know about our past, do we really know where we're going? You understand? So having to deal with VP and all this stuff and whatever it is that you went through, moved things and shifted things in the way that they needed to go, so that
Oh,
you know what I mean, so that you can be you in your full capacity.
yes, yes. And I'm grateful for that, even though there is some kinks that I still need to iron out, but I'm in the process of doing that. And I think after doing that, I'll be fully all right and okay with where I am now.
I think I think everybody is fully all right with where you are and where you're going. We're expecting to see so much more. It's just so big. And just the way that you are, Etana. I know I tell you this all the time, and you're probably tired of hearing me, but I'm saying it again
No.
anyway. Just who you are as a person, just beautiful from the inside, and it radiates out. And we see so much of women in our community that say women empowerment, but it's a word and not a real action. You carry that along with you. You support others, you help to show others things, and you teach, a teacher, but also a student at the same time. So I love the humility and the humbleness about just you as a person.
Thank you.
You're
I don't know
quite
nowhere,
welcome.
no other way to be. I used to hear, you know what your problem is, Etana. You know what your problem is. You don't know who you are. You don't know that you're an artist, and you don't know that this, and you don't know this, and I'm thinking I always used to respond and I say, I do know. I do know who I am. But I also know that I don't need to act as if I'm better than other people because we all struggle, we all face things, we all learn, and we all make decisions in our lives and, things like that. But at the end of the day, we're all still people. And
Yes,
so I just love everybody and I just me that, where I am, who I
yes,
am.
yes, yes. Well, let's pull up this next song. We're still playing. I want you guys to hear a song, one of my favorite songs, which is I'm not afraid. Is that the name? Do I say that right, Itana? Or do I just call the song Afraid? What am I doing
No,
wrong?
all right. So the song is I'm Not Afraid, but Jamaicans will
I
have
am
it
not
not
afraid.
afraid, right?
Yes,
Not afraid.
I say not afraid, but the song is I am not afraid, but I
Right.
say not afraid.
A
But
lot of
it's I
people say
come
not afraid. Yeah.
yes. Oh no, no, I'm a mean though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I see them coming after my soul, wanting to take control. Wanna give me laughs, wanna give me bling, wanna give me all the material things. I am talking about what the world has to offer. Girl, what you doing? Don't you see what they have done to better than my good? Just us and all of the prophets. But I'm not afraid. I see them coming after my soul, wanting to take control. Wanna give me laughs, wanna give me bling, wanna give me all the material things. I am talking about what the world has to offer. Girl, what you doing? Don't you see what they have done to better than Marcus, Jesus, and all of the prophets? But I'm not afraid, no. No, I'm not afraid. No, I'm not afraid. No, if them a come, let them come, cause I'm protected by the most high one.
Yo, that's my jam. That's my song, Itana. That's my song. That's my jam right there.
Especially in
If
these
I
times,
went
we need not to be afraid.
Yes, and especially right now, Eric
Hmm.
Stella wants to know when is your next album?
Next year, baby. Next year. As the year roll out, tunes dropping. We dropping the tunes. The tunes. Yeah, man, as the year rolling. Like if it was left up to me, would I start Lego songs from right now? But I can't. So therefore wait. So come 2021, songs will be rolling out.
And I can't wait. Denisha Peaches says, much love, my royalty crown queen, Etana reggae artist. Love you so much. Love your songs so much. They inspire me so much. Denisha, big up yourself. Um, Beyond Blessed said, my fave, I'm not afraid. So yeah, a lot of people on here are
I
this.
see
This is
them.
yeah, yeah.
Banco
This is
from
it.
Brazil. Brazil, I can't wait to go back to Brazil. Lord, I can't wait. Brazil, turn up and buck. I see somebody say,
Listen,
let's
and
get
New
back to New
Zealand, you got
Zealand.
somebody champion gal from New Zealand.
Yeah, she said, let's get back to New Zealand. New Zealand is the last show that I did in 2020, and that was in February. Can you imagine? Like, this is the first time in over like 10 years that not done a show for 8 or 9 months. Even when I'm
Wow.
pregnant, and I said 9 months, and I'm thinking, even when I was pregnant, even up to the 8th month, I was on the stage. So this is weird.
It is, and
Martinique.
I think for everybody that's that's home or that's their life. For me, this is the most I have not traveled. I feel like almost, thank God I have it where I can go outside. You know what I mean? Where I can open the door and just go into the yard. But just being home, I found myself doing a lot more things that I
Me too.
could have been doing even before COVID, and I didn't realize that I could have been doing. It's
Listen,
really weird.
listen, listen. I went and I went through all my papers, like all my papers, all my business stuff from the beginning all the way up to now. And I was shocked at the things I missed. I was shocked at some of the things I wasn't paying attention to. I was shocked at a whole heap of things, like really. And that's how busy I was.
You're so busy sometimes that you just go about your day with the work that you have before you, that sometimes you like, sometimes I even like, I never had time. I would meditate but not truly meditate. I didn't even know
Yeah,
that about myself, because
I
in
learned a
my
lot.
mind I'd be saying it's a half an hour, and after this half an hour then I got to do this and this and this and this. And now I've learned that meditation is something completely different.
Something you can actually carry through the day too. You know, in
Yes.
your own mind. Yes, you can carry it through the day.
You know,
And it
and
feels, you know, when you perfect it and you find that balance, you feel like you're floating through the time. That's how I feel.
and
I feel like I'm floating through the time.
yes, and I tell people metaphysical is a real thing once you are in a different consciousness. Once you know that that's where you are and you have accepted your powers that we were all born with. We were all born with these
And when
powers,
it
but
starts
because
working, how do you feel? Like when it really works, like what do you feel like when you realize that it's actually connecting and working? How do you feel?
it's euphoric. It's listen, better than any weed.
True.
Like, there's nothing, you get to a point in your life where you really have that truly, because I hear people say, but I really don't believe, when you really have that I don't give a fuck factor, like you're in your own space.
It makes you feel, even though you're in it, it makes you feel like somehow above it, or yeah, like you feel yeah, you really feel like you're in your own space, your own zone. And sometimes it's
Yes.
good and sometimes it's bad, because sometimes people won't even understand where you are. Like they just
Oh my God.
they don't
Oh,
understand where you are and they think you're crazy and all kinds of things.
and
But that's
that's what I tell
cool.
a lot of people. I tell a lot of people that if somebody is calling you crazy because they don't understand where you at, that's okay. They've called Van Gogh crazy. They've called people, they called Nanny crazy. You know what I mean? They said she was
Yeah.
crazy. They called Harriet Tubman crazy. And you're not crazy. You just have gotten to somewhere.
You're
Your
on another
energy is
level.
right. Your
You're on
energy is
another
something
level.
that people are not understanding or they cannot relate to, because you just have to realize you're not there anymore. You've gone somewhere that's why I don't even waste time with explaining or arguing with people anymore, because I just say, you know what? You're not there yet.
There are
And that's
different
okay.
levels of consciousness, you know, and then
Yeah.
you either, and then you have to have a greater understanding and compassion for those who just don't get where you are or get, you know, the things you say, you know. You just have to be like, all right, cool. You just don't understand. It's cool. I love you same way.
Yeah, and when you
Yeah.
realize too that when you live in your subconscious mind, that's where we as humans are more judgmental. And when you realize that you have shifted from subconscious to conscious, that you living in the now, that you don't even have time to reflect your judgment on others because you're so worried about what you need to fix inside of you, what you need to help you to elevate more. You
So
understand? It's
what I've done to balance all of that is just I accept that everyone is on their own journey. Everyone is literally on their own journey, learning in at their own speed and doing things at their own time. And so that is one of the reasons why I don't say a lot of things as I think it, you know, because I know that some people are just on, you know, their understanding is on a particular level they're going in through time at their own speed, and yeah, it might not connect. So, and then you have a group of people who are just right there with you, and they get it, you
Your
know.
tribe.
Even if you say it in a poetic way, them still get it. If you say it in a chord, them still get it because they're right there with you. So
They understand.
it's fun. It to me it's fun, and it's a great place to be because it makes it harder for you to hate. It makes it harder for you. You can't even hold a grudge. It's just not possible. You
Mhm.
know, like you certain things just is what it is, and we just move along. You know.
Yeah, yeah. You move up. I've even learned that, I was talking to one of my sisters and I learned that sometimes an apology is not necessary because we're so accustomed to saying, I'm so sorry if I made you feel that way. So that's not necessarily an apology. But
Yeah.
when you are conscious, you realize that an apology is an action.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a
You just do
different type
better.
of vibe. It's
Yes.
just it's a cool thing, and I'm just glad to see my sisters, yourself, just people that are doing it and doing it proudly and raising the bar so that our young ones could come up and come to that and understand that this is what we are as a people, as a black people. We're so powerful and we're
Oh,
so
you have
conscious
no
and we're
idea. So,
so
I mean, you do
ethereal.
have every idea, actually. You have every idea of our powers, you know? And I mean, it's incredible for me. Like, and I think I started to find my way. And not to say that I've 100% found my way because I'm still here living and learning and growing, right? But
Yes.
it started like in 2002, maybe early, early. Because, before that, it was always there, but I never got it. And I
Yes.
would say things and they would come to light. I would have visions of me going to see somebody, and just how I had the dream is actually how they are at the moment, you know. In the clothes, I could call you and call the person and explain to them what they were wearing, where you did I wear last night, where you was, how you
Mm-hmm.
were sitting, all of these things, and they would be like, yo, how? But not even me know how, you know. I know now. Like back then I didn't
Yes.
know. I know
Yes,
now.
yes, yes. And we all possess that. But what I was saying is that they train our children when we send them out into the world, they train
To
them to
forget.
suppress that and to believe in whatever they need them to believe in. So they lose touch with their gifts and what their gifts are and how to use their gifts. Because then we start telling them stuff like, hush your mouth before you put good mouth. Instead of teaching them that your tongue is powerful and be careful of how you use your words.
Oh, my daughter said knows that now. Like when I recognize things, how I teach them is when I recognize things, I say it there and then. Like she was watching a cartoon, and in the cartoon, the character said, "Jealousy, jealousy, jealousy, go away." So the character in the cartoon, somebody was jealous of the character, and so the character said, "Jealousy, jealousy, jealousy, go away, be gone." And I said, "Nyla, that's exactly how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly." And I said to her yesterday, they were no on Christmas Day. They kind of like had the papers all over the place, and I was like, "Oh my God, look at my house! I'm gonna go crazy." And she said, "No, you're not. No, you're not. Remember, words are powerful."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And once your children understand that, it's amazing to see. Like I tell MJ all the time, whatever it is that you need, you manifest it. You say that's what you need, you believe that's what you need, and you speak that's what you need, and it'll happen for
Woo!
you.
Talk about it. Oh, I love it. I love it. You're
You
talking
know?
my thing, man. I'm my thing, them.
Yes,
Oh
man.
man.
So, but why not? You know, why not? No? Uptown, downtown. What's happening
Mm,
with that right there? Tell me about uptown and downtown.
Lord. So, right, couple years ago, I observed something when I landed in Jamaica after touring for how long, you know, and I was talking to a family member of mine, And she say, yo, a 5 grand me get paid now. I'ma buy diaper, I'ma buy one feeding and some water and some wipes. I'm gonna have the money for the pit of them go to school next week. And just from other things that I observed, you know? And I did the interview and I went off. I was like, yo, oh, you have a country where I have no ambulance if something happened to the people. Oh, you have a country where minimum wage so low. That's like $50, $50 US. Who can live off of that for a week? You know, I'm going to go off. But guess what? A little after that, somebody called me and said, yo, you know the election are next week or next month. I said, wait, I So I ended up in a situation where there was a, like, you know, election right around the corner. And I was touching on some things that needed to be addressed. And of course, the party in power would not be happy about it at all. You know, that's something that would piss them off altogether. But I've been on tour for how long? And I'm not thinking about no election and all that. I'm thinking about what I see. And so some of the comments were like, but you have clean water where you live, so why does it matter to you? You're not making that money, so why are you talking? Or you have your money for them come helicopter for them lift you up in a helicopter and carry you where you are go. So why are you talking? And I realized that when I walked out in the street people had a different view. The street people were like, yo, you know, say, true, yeah, talk, Miguel. And them, you know, like they were understand, them are relate and them are talk and them are communicate. And I say, yeah, that them something that people fear talk about. So I said, oh. So I get the impression that the middle class people and people above don't like it when you talk about the struggles of the poor, because at the end of the day, you're supposed to just keep quiet and live.
Because you are where you are.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So if you are where you are and that's over there, you have no business with that.
Exactly. And I would go into places and literally people in the better position would say to me, I don't even know why you bothered to say anything. Someone said, uptown, I like when you talk about downtown. Oh, and then now when people when poor people, because when you keep a dance, right? When sound system string up a music a play and people are come out and want dance, like people selling jerk chicken, soup, corn, them little, you know, things. So that all Iceman people are selling liquor on the side of the road, trying to make a living, trying to make some kind of ends meet off of the liquor money, you know, that they could afford to invest to earn, you know, on top of. And then the dance gets shut off. That's why I said, then the dance shut off in the streets by police. You know, things like that. They don't want you to talk about the issue, so I put it in a song. Uptown, uptown, I like it when you talk about downtown, down in the ghetto. So that the Yolanda Brown is a saxophone player. She's a jazz artist from the UK, right? And she sent the track, and I'm sure she didn't expect no song like that. Because, you know, sometimes when I put the pen on paper, it has a way of, like, you know, coming too straightforward and too direct. And some people can't handle that. Not to say that was her view, but at the end of the day, it still didn't make it to her album that she was releasing. And so my team took the song and put it out. So my reggae fans may be like, yo, so we're not really into the jazz, but we like the lyrics, we like the melody. And then there is another crowd, like from Martinique and other countries, where people are like, yo, solid. So, you know, it's a vibe.
Yes. Take a listen, guys. I want you to hear Uptown, Downtown.
I like it when you talk about down, 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 down in the ghetto. Ooh, down, down. Can't come up to breathe. Can't find enough to eat. With a dance shut off in the street by police. I'm talking about the ghetto. Talking about the ghetto. Talking about the ghetto. Downtown. Hey, Mr. Boss, we'll draw the line you can't cross. Hey, Mr. Boss, we're not by downtown, have no time. Curfew when the streets get dark. Men to men have no heart.
Yes, that's uptown, downtown. So guys, like I said before, all the music that you heard today is available for download on everything that's downloadable for music, whether it be whatever they call it, other one there, Google Play, Apple Play, the one for Jay-Z there, where in
Tidal.
Thanks.
It's on Tidal, it's on Pandora, it's on iTunes, it's on, well, it's everywhere.
I think this shows us again the vast variety of ETANA
it's
that we can still get in and see the bluesy feel, a little bit of Billie Holiday and Ma Rainey just came out with what's his name? T'Challa. I don't know his real name, but may he rest in peace. From Wakanda. I think it shows us just how vast your talents are and just the things that you can put out. So it makes me really excited to see what's coming next.
Thank you.
And I know your fans are excited as well, and we can't wait for that. ETANA, movies. When are we going to cast you in something? When are we going to see you? What's happening? We need to call Tyler Perry, or we need to call one of them producers, because I'd love to see you on the big screen.
Somebody asked me that the other day about, how do I feel about acting? And I said, well, I don't rule anything out. I don't rule anything out, and everything is possible, everything great is possible. And so I look forward to all the opportunities that come forward. And I'm going to put myself in some of those positions where it may make it easier and faster for that opportunity to come forward.
Well, I just signed up for an acting class because I feel like I want to do that too. But, with COVID, you feel like you want to do everything. No.
I know. The possibilities become endless, even more endless. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, it's amazing. It was absolutely amazing to have you on with us today. I think I want to play some songs, though, before you go, from your first show, from your first album. And I want to know if you're going to give me permission to air it on Island Rhythms TV. I'm putting you on the spot internationally, because I just found the first show and the first album, and I want your permission to go ahead and put it out.
I trust everything that Island Rhythms posts and do. Yes, and I know that you guys are good people, and I know that you're always, you always are on the positive side. So I trust what you got there.
Yes, thank you.
So I give you permission to post.
Thank you, and that is what I would like to put out. I want people to know that that's what we're about, and I really want people to understand that it's not just about getting out there as Island Rhythms TV, but there's a lot of artists that have come across our platforms that got the opportunity to put their music out, and so other people can hear the music. And I want to keep on that path. I want to be able to give
You guys
the
have stuff.
young.
I think you have stuff. I think we've done. You were around like from the very beginning, like, and we've done interviews, and we have. I've. You guys even have stuff. I think not even I have. I think.
Listen, I wish one of these days, man. One of these days, I have pictures of you that
I
I
think you need to
sometimes
just
I
complete
say,
the documentary. I think that's what you need to do. Like complete it.
yes, yes, it's
That's
a
gonna be
beautiful
some
thing, and just
serious stuff.
the growth of it, and just watching you go from like butterfly to big papillion, just like spreading your wings and not just doing your thing. It's amazing. It's amazing. I rock
Yeah.
95.1 FM. Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you for joining us. And Rich Evolving Man. Rich Evolving Man, is your name Richard or you're Rich for true? Because a lot of my friends them gonna want to know, and I think you need to put that in there. Let me know if you're Rich for true, if your name is Richard. I'm just playing. He wants to hear wrong address.
And Tana,
We
good
get
to
it. So show a bless 38379. Etana, good singer, my artist of best positive vibes. Yes, man, I have to agree with that. All right, play that song there for Rich. Rich one, hear it.
Trying to get a job today, but when I send an application, then you say, if this is where you really reside, please step outside. She asked them why, and they replied, yeah. We don't want no trouble. We don't want no trouble, no way. Yeah. Lady, where you come from? Because I there every day. For our safety, that's where you should stay. Yeah. She traded in a 3-piece for 2. Everything and everything she wanted to do. Went back to her side of town. In bed she lay down. All she could hear was, we don't want no trouble. We don't want no trouble, no day.
That's Wrong Address by Queen Etana, you guys. Thank you guys for joining us today. Etana, thank you so much for just gracing us and just being you and giving us something to look forward to. Good music, good vibes, positivity.
all the
I'm gonna
time.
like to post them. I love you. I must come up on your post as like your #1 fan. Do you have that? Cause I'll be like, yes. And you know what? Just like I said, I bridle my mouth when I'm posting. When I'm under your post, but just like I'm going, come and did what. Sometimes I've been wanting to be like, and then I type it and then I erase it.
You do like me. I do that I do that a lot actually. A whole lot.
Yes, yes. I want to talk about Etana's clothing line and Etana's store. Now, this is really something really easy.
Yeah.
Really easy. All you have to do is go to her Instagram. Her shop is right there, and you can visit the shop. Now, there are several things you can get there, and you can love them and have them and keep them. I love my sports Etana shirt. I couldn't find it today. Take a day and I wash, and I'm on COVID vacation, so I couldn't find it because I wear it all the time. But I want you guys to go over to Etana's Instagram page. I want you guys to check her store out. Everything is there. Etana, tell us a little bit about influencer. I like that word. I like the
Oh,
fact that it's on the shirt.
influencer. So, um, I knowing who I am, um, and that we influence people in different ways, you know, with the way we act, the way we talk, the way we live, the way we are, you know. And so I figured I'm an influencer, but so is a lot of people, and some of us need to just like rock it and wear it and remember, you know, and remind other people that we all are influencers in some way, you know. Um, the eternal love is what I'm about every day, all day. Love, you know. Um, and I think just love for people, my genuine love for people every day. It carries me, you know, it does something good to me and for me every day. And so I figured I'm going to wear it, and I want other people to wear Eternal Love and carry that love with them every day as they wear and rock Eternal Love t-shirts. Um, and it's in long sleeves, it's in tank tops, um, and all of them are comfortable wearing um, outfits or tops. More than
Yes.
anything, they're tops because I don't have a lot of bottoms. But
Hmm.
I'm getting there though. I'm getting there. And then come January and, you know, moving forward, there will be a lot of other things. As I said, there will be the physicals and the vinyls and the all the other extra stuff that you may look for. And there's other stuff on the shop too, like oils and candles and, you know, aromatherapy stuff and, you know, gratitude candles and, you know, stuff like that that keeps you
Yes.
calm and cool and easy, you know, relaxed.
Yes, yes. Ease your mind, ease your
Yeah.
mind. Hope Garden Kitchen says, Diva, she gave me a panhard Cynthia slash. So I'm not sure. And yes, shower bless. Please go over to her store. Yes, yes.
All right.
So
Yeah,
you
I
guys,
mean, visit the shop anytime, browse, purchase, or put it on your wish list, you know, do what we do
yeah,
every
and then y'all
day.
always, a lot of people is always shopping for corporate holidays. So the next one that's coming up is not, well, not corporate. What's the word I'm looking for? Society holidays. Like Valentine's Day is coming up. So if any of you want to bless me with that Itana tank, I really like yellow, and
Oh,
I'd
the
really like
eternal
that. If
love.
there's no yellow, get me black and white. So I'm looking for that.
I'll be adding a lot more stuff come next year, but there's still right now a lot on the shop, and the shop is called Etana Style, or you can go to etanamusic.com, 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 and there's also a shop there. But look out for Etana Style E.
Yes, Itana Style. I love it. I'm excited about it. I mean, you've always had this merchandise before, but I think these that I'm seeing now are more towards your type of speed, your type of. I love it. I love the style, the designs, the feel, the cotton, the material. It's really good quality stuff. Now, I still have my sweatshirt. I wear that now because it was 46 degrees
Yeah, you
yesterday.
know, oh my God, can you imagine in Florida? It's cold.
I was like, why is it? I said, where am I? Because it's 46 degrees. It was really cool yesterday.
Yeah.
So yes, I want you guys to run over to Itana, click on her Instagram, or you can go to www.etanamusic.com, and all that merchandise is there for you to share with yourself or share with someone else. Okay? Marlo, Wagwan, big up yourself.
What's up,
More people need to
Marlo?
know. He hit when we do that. He hit it. He hit it. Bad, 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 bad. So I
He's
be
like,
doing it
don't
on.
call
I
my
do it on
name.
purpose.
Don't call my name. I can just see his face now. What's up, Marlo?
Ah, yeah, man. I just want to thank you so much for joining me today. Christmas, Kwanzaa, that type of celebration. What's your favorite things? Favorite food during the season? What did you make?
Jeez. Hey, listen. I wanted to post the other day, right? Me did I go post that people need to pray for me because my mother made a cake, right? Like a big round pan of the Christmas, you know, the Christmas cake with all the fruits and the rum and the wine.
Yes.
And the cake was so yummy, I couldn't stop eating it. I was like, oh my God, somebody pray for me because it's going to be like another 10 pounds. So I know I controlled myself as much as I could, but I'm not gonna tell a lie. I did my walk up and down in the cake. I did. I walk up and down in it, and then I started to plan. Okay, that I'm gonna have to double the jogging days and stuff like that, so I can, balance out. So my favorite thing to do is just to have the red wine and to eat the Christmas cake and, listen to the kids talk about what they're gonna do Christmas morning and see them how they go off when the gifts open and see how they, just how I think I find much joy in watching them to see how they
Yes.
deal with it. Because I was never before the type of person to like celebrate Christmas like that. Because I always felt like it was just a planned day that makes people save up all their money and then just spend it out come that time. And then come January, we all start again. And we've done it. I think I've done it. A lot of people, we
I
do
think
it.
a lot of us have done it,
Right.
but
But
we know better
now,
now.
but even with knowing better now, like now I still go overboard just for my kids. So, say every year people are I guess the system expects you to have that little stash that you get rid of at the end of the year.
Yes.
So
Yes.
my joy is watching the kids, talk about their gifts and, you know, and just watch them play and have fun and get excited and then every day my 4-year-old gets up and she say, Happy New Year. I'm like, no, it's not New Year yet. So she's just festive the whole time.
It's a beautiful thing, and for us too it's the same thing. It's about family tradition. We do the same thing. I think I made two black cakes, and they're gone, then dust off, and
Mistake.
then yes, and then still I tell me the need for go make cake, so I have to make some more, and then
Listen,
of course um
my
my
mom,
parents are from St. Lucia. We drink
yeah,
sorrel,
my mom gave me
so
sorrel too.
yeah,
But you
so
know
I
what I
made some.
worry about? You know what I worry about? That the next generation won't know how to make sorrel because me can't make it like my mother. So I'm thinking, oh my God, I wonder if like the next generation are gonna be like, what's sorrel? You know?
They listen, and we have to make sure our children know what it is. And I always say the same thing. I know that I'm never going to be able to make it like my mom, but I try to come close to it so that it's there, and so that they can still have that tradition. And sorrel has so many properties. It's a diuretic. It
Yes.
also is a great antioxidant. It helps to boost skin collagen. It's good for your hair. There's so many beautiful properties in
Yeah.
this tea and this flour, because you can drink it hot and you can drink. We know West Indian people like to put rum in everything, so but you can drink it
Island
hot or
Rapture
you
just
can
order
drink
it
it
from us.
cold. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yes, yes,
so my mother made sorrel and I gave it to my 8-year-old and she was like, "Oh, I really like it because there's no alcohol in it. Like we keep the alcohol separate, and then when
yes.
the adults are getting it, then we pour it in, you know, and you can choose whether you want turn it up till it buck or just a little bit. And yeah, so I enjoyed that part of it as well. Somebody said full of vitamin C. So I feel like our ancestors know that we kind of do a whole heap of things that we're not supposed to in the year and eat, a whole heap of different things. And they're like, all right, so in Christmas we drink this red drink and try to detox a little bit. I don't know, but hey, I know it's
Yes,
um I know it's a good thing to have and to do, and I'm glad that we have, tradition that we
yes,
share with the younger. I think that's what it's about. We share that with the younger ones every year, give
yes.
them something to look forward to at the end of the year,
Absolutely.
and family time that we so much need, um, just to strengthen the bond
Yes, I think that's what it's about, and to also pass down our traditions and our family's traditions to our
and the
family,
stories.
to our children and their children's children, so that we can keep a little piece of us alive in our ancestry.
Yeah. I use the time
Etana,
now to tell a lot of stories and tell my
yes,
kids about things my grandmother told me, stuff
yes,
like that.
yes, yes, yes. Well, listen, it's been absolutely beautiful. I had a wonderful time talking to you.
Same to
I know
you.
you gotta go do your thing, right? And so I'm gonna let you go do that. Um, I know I'm getting directions. You know, I have an executive producer that want me to guess what I say. I mean, can't understand what I say.
You know, like Andre, right? The same thing.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
We're a lot alike. It's all good.
Yeah. So I think you're supposed to be starting your. No, that's not okay. Yeah, he's like, please hush, don't bother with it. All right, we're done. You
All
know
right,
what? You know what it's like for me. You understand what it is I go through.
Totally.
You understand. And then when we come off, then we're gonna have the discussion of what he was trying to tell me, and I'm gonna be like, I know that's what you was trying to say. Why didn't you just say that's what you was trying to say?
But you know what? 2020, there are no rules, right? We could just do whatever we feel like. So in this case, as long as it's, on the positive side for me, that is, But yeah, we just do it. Like when Andre did that talk, I was just like, yo, like, yeah, so yeah, supervise me in the middle of the things. And I know more people will be like, yo, yeah, but I mean, 2020, we just a live,
Yes, man. That's it. Oh,
Live and be
okay.
happy.
You'll be back. I'm being told that you will be back. No, I don't know what I'm talking about, but
just tell him
she
to smile.
start the Island Rhythms live in March and finish it. Oh, you started the beginning of the year with me, and we're ending the year for Island Rhythms with you on Island Rhythms TV. That's what I'm getting at.
Up.
Listen, we can't buy
Island Rhythms TV. We've been around. You've been around for a while. A lot of artists been through the station, back and forth, up and down, enough away. So big up to Island Rhythms TV from them time till now and to the future.
Amen. I'm gonna receive that, and thank you so much. Enough blessings to you, and like you say all the time, enough perfect love. Keep being you. I love you just the way you are, ETANA.
Just
all the time. Love all the time.
Big up to everybody watching. Happy holidays. Enjoy the season. Share lots of family time. Have no fear. Be wise. Keep your eyes open. Make the right decisions. And if you don't think you can make the right decisions, you need to ask. Ask, and it shall be given. Ask for direction. Ask for direction. Say, I need direction. I need guidance. I need you to tell me when I'm supposed to go, when I'm supposed to stay, what I'm supposed to do, what I'm not supposed to do. Tell me. And believe me, if you listen deep enough, you will hear it. Ask for guidance, have faith, be strong, stay positive, and 2021 will be better if you think it's going to be better. It's all in the mind.
It is what you make it. So believe it, speak it, and do it. It is what it is.
Yeah, man. Bless. Perfect love.
All right, guys, make sure you go ahead and share and like this page. Share this live with someone in your family, and keep on being positive. We love you. We'll see you next week, Sunday. Thank you for joining us, Garcia Fernandez. Thank you for joining us. Show up blessed. You pick up yourself. Rich, ever loving man. Pick up yourself all the time. Garcia Fernandez. Thank you for joining us. Daily Music. Pick up yourself. Home Garden Kitchen. If you're looking for vegan food, completely vegan, or eating organically, she is the person to look into. Check her out for all your needs. Make sure you're following her. Vegan Star. Pick up yourself. My sister Sweet Candy Life. Phil G is on here. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow her as well. Shadella Zion, pick up yourself. I love you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Don't forget that we're on everything under Island Rhythms TV, and we'll see you next week.
No man will be alright. We're not here to stand for equal rights and justice. Cause
Love you,
our
Hope.
fathers all